All right, so let me say first and foremost, you guys get on my nerves. Yeah, I said that. So it's after 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm gonna get out of the bed, do some things that I need to do. But I'm gonna tell you guys a few things because obviously people are concerned about these things. So I'm gonna answer these questions. You know, when y'all got a massive amount of questions, I get all these extra downloads. So let's address the 47 not being around today, Wednesday. That's not going to happen. Somebody predicted that today was going to be 47's last day on this side of the earth. It's not true. Not going to happen. I told you guys before that there was a 7-year period of things happening. Now, is 47's time running out? Yeah. Is it June? What is the date? 18th? No, it's not. How do I know? Because I know transitions, life and death. This isn't it. So y'all can stop holding your breath, waiting for it to happen. It's not happening. Second thing, because why in the world is this important? R. Kelly overdose, outside job, not internal job. It was outside job, intentional, because he has information that he's getting ready to try to release, thinking that he's going to get some reducing sentence or whatever he's trying to do with it. Inside job, trying to eliminate him for other reasons. It wasn't a simple, we gave the wrong stuff. Okay, is that important in your life? Not really. Tyler Perry, that guy not going to get the 200 whatever $1 million he's trying to get. Because when you flirt with someone intentionally to try to, make them think a certain way in order for it to benefit you, they also have receipts. I've been told you guys about Tyler Perry and who he is. As far as that goes, I told you about Oprah. I told you about P. Diddy. I told you about Shaq. I told you about all these people before today. Is that important to your life? No, not really. But these are the things that you guys want to know more than anything else. Now, what should be important in your life is the part where I told you the 7 years of prosperity and 7 years of famine. Now, I'm going to give you two stories that I'm constantly reminded of. And I say stories intentionally. So there's a story in the Bible. And the first story in the Bible is about Noah. And the story in the Bible is that Noah was given information about a flood that was coming that was going to destroy the world. I'm not here to debate with you about the story of Noah and its factuality or not. That's not the point. Stay focused on the fact that the story has something you can take away from it. So in the Bible, Noah tells all these people, hey, there's going to be a flood. I'm building this ark so everybody can be saved. And the people that are around was like, Noah, you're a joke. According to the story, flood happens. Noah escaped, goes away. All the other people who were left behind, we are to assume, perished in the story, right? Because they did not see the vision that Noah had. They did not see that danger was coming, right? But Noah supposedly, according to the whole story, Noah saves his family and saves humanity. All right. Now, I can totally relate to Noah in the flood story because I'm always seeing, because this is my gift, this is how it operates. I always see things and I always warn people, and I have a lot of people who don't catch up. And then they're like, oh, I should have listened to you. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Okay? So I've been doing this my whole life, right? Now, what's important for you is the second story. There was a plague that was coming because there was an oppressor. Oppressor goes by the name of Pharaoh in the Bible, who was oppressing these people. And Moses just so happens to be the person who was to lead these people out from under their oppression. Mind you, the people really didn't want to be free, right? But according to the story, Moses was favored by God, and God was giving Moses this information. God was directly speaking to Noah saying, hey, I'm going to put this plague down. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But the plague is going to be in mass. And because the plague is going to be in mass, it's not going to be discriminatory, right? I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to kill X, Y, and Z unless I know not to touch X, Y, and Z. So in order for me to know not to come to your house with the plague, I need for you guys to put this blood over your door so that it'll be a sign for me. So when the plague is coming through, everybody who's in the house that's covered by the blood, you'll be protected. And I'm going to get everybody else. Because right now, from where I sit, all y'all look the same. So I got to differentiate y'all, right? So I make these things, these protection things, when instructed, and I always make limited ones. And I have given them to people because I was like, hey, something's about to happen. You need this protection so that you will be spared in the midst of the destruction, right? That's the kind of information you guys need. That's what you need to pay attention to. When the warning comes about these things that are going to happen, that are happening, that's what you need to get on board with. That's what you need to be looking out for. This other stuff is distractions. Now, there's getting ready to be a massive loss of people. A massive loss of people. And you guys need to be prepared for that. This is coming. This is happening. This is here. So you kind of need to be, that's what the focus should be. All this other stuff is just distractions. That's all it is, distractions. And I'm speaking specifically to those of you who say you're spiritual and you have these gifts and da da da. And while I'm at it, last thing, spirits, ancestors, ghosts, all these people that you talk to, the dead and all those, do not have all the answers to every question. If they did, there would be one medium who talked to all of them, who knew everything that was going to ever happen. But they don't have all the answers because there's levels to it. There's levels to even when the dead go, there's places that they go. Not everybody's in the same place. And there's a time period for when they're at different places. So they might be able to see things related in your life, like coming to warn that, hey, somebody's about to be, they need to be careful, something bad is happening. Those things, yes. But a lot of them aren't giving people the direct answers that X is going to be gone on this day, and it's totally not even related to them. For instance, your grandmama is not giving you information about the current administration because it's not even in the realm of what your grandmama is thinking about or worried about. Your grandmama is more concerned with the things that's happening in your actual life. Now, that's not to say that other spirits don't have other partial information, but there's not one particular spirit out there giving some medium, some psychic, some prophet, some any title, all the information. It's not happening. That is not how it is set up. No one is meant to have every single thing. So that's why we know what we know, and what we don't know, we should be able to step up and say, I don't know that. I tell you guys about what I know, the information that's given to me, which is always right. Okay? Just like if you go to a psychic or someone, medium, anybody that has any time, even in church, when you're in church and the pastor calls up and says, the Lord told me, get ready for a blessing or whatever. People can only speak on what they are able to see and know and tap into. And if they can't tap into all these different realms, they can't give you these different informations. And everybody is at a different point with their gift. But all that being said, my issue with you guys is that your focus is always on these other things that indirectly impacts you, but you're not focused on the things that directly impact you, that you need to be doing while this spiritual warfare is taking place. This year is halfway over. This spiritual warfare is about to culminate, and then it's going to go down. So in 2026, it's going to be an entirely new situation going on. Your world is going to be 100% different in 2026. Mark my word on it. And you're literally headed towards that right now. And you're worried about the wrong things. You need to get your life in order. Get it in order.